Is it you or you? Is it you or you? Is it three of you?
You encouraged me. You fought my battles. Because of me, you had few unfriends.
When you walked out that door, you took pieces of me with you, and I'm definitely coming out of here to get them back because I have pieces of you here too.
All right, we need to give it to Big Brother. Big Brother is absolutely, like totally the perfect host. Yes, nobody throws a mother freaking tea party like Big Brother. No caps. Big Brother is the show. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you throw a tea party, like a proper Nigerian tea party. Not all these English tea parties that you come and sit and say, oh, hello, and then you take a piece of cake and cookie, and then when you want to eat it, you're like, cook. No, we're talking about a mother freaking tea party where you invite one of the best musical bands in the whole wild world, that knows how to make you groove, that knows how to get you on your feet, that knows how to keep you on your feet for over an hour, dancing and sweating like your life depends on it, guys. Come on. That is how you throw a mother freaking tea party. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I must give it to the brand though, because you see this Lipton brand, yeah? These people just know how to do the most every season of Big Brother Naija. And you see, I believe that this is the reason they wait for the final week of every season. When they know that, okay, all the noise is out, all the gra-gra, all the chaos has reduced or has ended, and then they just want refinement. They want peace and quiet. Then they will now pick one day of the final week of the season where they will now come and show themselves. They'll come and show that, yes, so what we have here is old money, not all these chicken change up and down. I mean, guys, did you see the setup? Did you see the decor? That one, hey, oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, it felt like I received a VVIP invitation from Big Brother himself, to a traditional marriage that was happening in Biggie's mansion. Guys, it was insane. It was wild. It was mind-blowing. I loved it. The housemates were looking regal. The housemates were looking like royalties. Adekunle was looking like the groom in a typical Yoruba traditional wedding ceremony. This guy, hey, I see. The only thing that was missing last night was Venita. If Venita was present, only God knows that Adekunle would have gone down on one knee and proposed at that point in time. But guys, it was insane. As I said, the housemates were looking regal. Pere looks like the father of the bride. Mercy looks like the mother of the bride. Ilebaye looks like the bride. Cross looks like that overzealous brother that wants to shine, that wants to show everybody that, yes, so it's my sister that is getting married, though. You know. CEECEE was looking like that, that sister, that auntie that does not give an actual fuck. Because she knows that she looks damn good. And the band. Woo! You know what, yeah? Because of that band, I plan on throwing a party next weekend. For no goddamn reason, of course. I mean, who needs a reason to throw a party these days? Come on, the world is so depressing that we need something to lighten up our moods. And you see that band? Yay, guys. I didn't even know when I started dancing in my house. I did not know when I started dancing. That band, they came prepared to the point that even when Big Brother offed the music, they were still doing bang bang golo, bang bang ding bang bang ding bang. Guys, nah. Last night was a movie. I loved it. It was more like a wedding party happening in Big Brother's mansion. It was worth the time. It was worth the watch. I mean, guys, everything was popping. Everything was nice. However, yes, I know that this is the part where a lot of you are going to start saying, Glory, must there be an however? Yes, so there is an however. And frankly speaking, it's not really a bad one, all right? It's not really a bad one, but just stick with me on this one, all right? So, yes, regardless of all the flowery and beauty going on around us at the party last night, the housemates' messages to their friends and loved ones was quite interesting and controversial. It sparked up a lot of thinking for me. I don't know about a lot of you that actually watched it, but it made me think a lot, and it brought up conversations in my head that I said, nah, there's no way I'm going to let this one slide. I'm going to come have this conversation with all of you, my amazing FSWG family. All right, so that is what we're going to be focusing on this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija. We're going to be analyzing, we're going to be dissecting the messages that was read out by the housemates at the Lipton tea party to their friends and loved ones. All right, so go ahead, watch this video to the end. Do not skip out on any part so that you do not miss out. All right, and of course I would love to hear your thoughts about their letters, their presentations. So also share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. And yeah, this is a quick reminder to all of you that today by 7 p.m. WAT, we're going to be converging here for our YouTube live conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to come through. Especially those of you that have been singing in my comment section that, oh, Glory, this is the final week. All of a sudden, you're campaigning for Ilebaye. You're supporting Ilebaye. Yeah. Hello, haven't you been watching the show? Haven't you been seeing what's been happening in the house? But anyways, guys, it's all of a light over here. I would love to engage your thoughts. I would love to have a conversation with all of you. I would love to know your reasons for voting your fave. Yeah, that's the reason you need to come out today. All right. In other words, I'm giving you all an opportunity to campaign for your fave on my platform today. So this is the reason you need to come out en masse. Come and flex your muscle. Come and speak English and Pidgin, any language you understand. Come and use it to defend your fave, all right? Come and use it to sell your fave's markets. So that you don't come and cry here on Sunday that, oh, Glory campaigned for this person, Glory did not campaign for your fave. Guys, I know get power. Come and flex your muscle tonight during our live conversation. All right, I look forward to hosting all of you, every single one of you, nobody exempted, every single one of you. And this is special greetings to every single one of you. You are all welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the tea. For those of you that are new here, you are especially welcome. For those of you that are OGs, respect to all of you. And then for those of you that are, you just come, you move, you come, you move, you watch content, you move away, please do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen. Please subscribe, turn on your post notification bell to always receive alerts of my videos whenever I upload a new one. All right, now all of that said, let's quickly proceed with the details of this conversation. Now, last night was not just a tea party. Last night was equally a Lipton task. And for those of you that have been following Big Brother Naija season through to season, especially monitoring the events that usually happens during the final week of every season, last night was no exception from what normally happens. All right, now aside the dancing, the whining, the dining, there was also the very, very important part of the evening, which was for the housemates to serenade two people in their lives, right? More like writing a letter to their friends and loved ones, specifically two persons. And of course, they all delivered. I mean, some of the housemates with their notes left me speechless, while some others got me thinking. I mean, there was also the others that got me really laughing, yes, and we're going to talk about all of that. Now, beginning with Ilebaye. Ilebaye wrote a letter to her mom and DOYIN. Yes, DOYIN. Now, her message to her mom was really sweet, but I also really loved the message she wrote to DOYIN. And guys, it kind of made me feel sad for both girls because I really loved the friendship that they had. But then, quite sadly, it turned toxic because of the game. Yeah. And also because of their personalities, of course. I mean, we cannot put all the blame on Big Brother's house. We cannot put all the blame on the game, right? They also need to take accountability for their actions. I mean, both girls really, really hurt, you know, the other. And after listening to all Ilebaye said, I just really wished and hoped that both of them will find common ground outside the house and, you know, mend fences. Because, of course, currently, DOYIN has been campaigning for Ilebaye as her own personal winner. And for me, that kind of gave me some sort of relief because it sort of made me feel like, okay, there's still something there, you know, they could still be friends. And I loved Ilebaye's gratitude to DOYIN. I mean, at least she recognized that DOYIN was that one person in the house that had her back, and even though she did not really show that she cared for DOYIN, even though she did not really show it through her actions that she was loyal to DOYIN and had DOYIN's back, you know, that she truly, really cared for DOYIN, which I'm going to be frank with you all, I kind of doubt. Let's call it spade a spade. I kind of doubt that Ilebaye really cared for DOYIN. I mean, hey, the fact that somebody cried when you were evicted does not mean that they really care about you, right? So hopefully after the show, they will mend fences and find reasons to be friends again, but this time with boundaries. And with this time around, DOYIN also trying to control her emotions and not carry Ilebaye's fight on her head in public anymore. Anyways, that was Ilebaye's message. And then there was Pere. Pere wrote a message to his mom and to Kimoprah. My God. Guys, see drama that would have happened yesterday. Hey, even Biggie would not have been able to settle the drama, I'm telling you. See, both Pere and Cross actually wrote messages to Kimoprah. Yes, and both of them were claiming friendship, although Pere's details were more intimate, somehow were more intimate than Cross's message. And Pere was able to read out all of his message whilst Cross couldn't, because he's a storyteller, of course, so he kept on wasting time and the buzzer went off on him and the guy became salty. Guys, see let's talk about Pere's message. Now, Pere's message to his mom was quite emotional. Yes, it really touched me, and you could tell that it came from a place of love, of concern, of worry. Yes, because 2 nights ago, if you all recall, the housemates had watched a video message from their families, their friends and loved ones, and Pere was, I think, the only housemate that did not hear a message from his mom, and he was really worried. Even yesterday morning, he kept on, you know, begging Cross that when Cross goes into the diary room, he should please ask Big Brother to please, you know, contact his management, that he should check up on his mom to ensure that she was okay, because before he got into the house, the mom was sick and it's been worrying him a lot. And the fact that he only got a message from his sister and his nephew, it kind of added to his worry. And even yesterday, I heard from some of you all that DM'd me that, oh, that Pere's handler was quite upset with Big Brother because his mom had actually recorded a message, but Big Brother did not get to play it. And guys, I don't know, I don't have any confirmation to that. I haven't checked by myself, but if that is the case, then that's really sad, because Pere's message was really short. Yes, let's just make everything balanced. But guys, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to check to be sure. All right, but anyways, Pere's message to his mom was really, really sweet, really sweet. And then his message to Kimoprah, guys, was talking about the item he had collected from Kimoprah. If you all recall, the Sunday that Kimoprah was evicted, there was a conversation between herself and Pere where Pere was sort of assuring her that she wasn't going anywhere, that she wasn't going to get evicted. And she was asking him, how are you sure? And he was like, okay, don't worry, I'm going to teach you something about faith, about belief. So he had collected our earrings, which were quite expensive anyways, had collected it, held onto it, and told her that, listen, watch until after the live eviction show. Ebuka will not mention your name, and if he doesn't, I'm going to give you back your earrings. But if he does, then I'm going to have to hand over the earrings to you. So they had sort of had like a wager, you know, a wager of faith to see how that evening was going to pan out. And Kimoprah was very serious about it, even though she knew that her time was up as a house guest to Big Brother, for the season. So the live eviction show happened and she had been evicted, and Pere was so shocked. And the first thing Kimoprah had done was to open up her palms for Pere to hand over a pair of earrings. Guys, that was such an emotional moment, very emotional. I don't know how I missed telling you all that part, but I'm glad I'm telling you all about it right now anyways. So that was the episode that Pere was referencing in his message to Kimoprah. Hence the reason he had talked about, I would have been a thief, or something, you had my heart, blah, 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 blah. And it was so, guys, it was so controversial. And you see, the cameraman of this season is a weary. For those of you that don't understand what a weary is, he's a crazy person. The cameraman of this season is a weary. Let me call it in the phonetic style. He's a weary. He's a weary. Yes. Because people are going to be reading messages and cameraman will be focusing on faces of people that, are perceived rivals, in that message. And it was just so hilarious how the cameras showed Cross's face. Cross's face was looking like a bag of salt. Chai! The guy was looking so salty. No smiles, nothing. Like, he looked like, hey, God. Oh. I said, Cross, what exactly is your deal? Because, bro, ever since Kimoprah got evicted from the house, you've been denying this girl as a lover and giving her the title of a friend. This is the same person that was telling Pere and Kimoprah that, I'm in love with her. I love her so much. I want to see how our future will be. I want to see how things will pan out. Cross was already discussing marriage with Kimoprah in that house. Yes, I did a video telling you all about it. Yeah. Cross was talking about, he was in love, or he's in love. But the moment Kimoprah got evicted, what did we start hearing? She's just my friend. We're just very good friends. Pere too is living in denial, saying that no, that Cross and Kimoprah are just good friends. And I'm like, these two friends, these two brothers, this Pere and Cross, will probably need a PhD certificate to study these two people, because sometimes I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't think I'll ever understand the bond between these two people. That one person will be lying. The other person will be helping the other person to assist the lie. Guys, I'm baffled. Now, fast forward to Cross's message. He had written a message to his mom, I guess. Guys, frankly, I did not really pay attention because I was more interested in his message to Kimoprah. Yes. Now, his message to Kimoprah was really sweet. This guy was literally reminiscing on events, where they had been cooking together in the head of house lounge, and then their favorite music had come up and both of them had danced. And you could tell from the wordings of his message that this is coming from someone that probably really fell in love with Kimoprah and still misses that. And guys, I was just looking at this Cross. I said, Cross, you're a very confused human being. You are very confused. You are very confused because you're using your mouth to say that Kimoprah is just a friend, but your letter is telling us that when you go out of this house, you want to go and propose to that girl. We shall see. Adekunle wrote a letter to his friend that had been through thick and thin with him through his schooling days, all through his adulthood, and it was such a sweet letter. I really liked it. I am big on friendships, yes, although I don't really have a lot of friends, but I'm really big on friendships. I really appreciate people that are able to have each other's back for the longest time. That message was really sweet and endearing. And then he had also written a letter to Vernita, more like serenading her, talking about all the beautiful times they have spent together in the house. And, Adekunle is very good with words. And the message was quite profound. I really liked his message to Vernita. However, it made me think a lot. Because this week here, I've seen a lot too. Hey, Glory Elijah. Guys, I have seen a lot this week. Now, if you all recall, before Vernita got evicted on Sunday, Adekunle was sort of hell-bent on being in his own space, right? And we saw how he kept his distance from Vernita. Before Vernita got evicted, after that their horrible dinner, he had left her sleeping alone in their bed whilst he slept on the other bed. And so Vernita got evicted. Even the hug that he gave to her at the door of the house, it was kind of reluctant.
No. Yeah, watch my eyeball. 8. 7, 6.
Now, there's a possibility that Adekunle got a brain reset that, hey, no matter what the offense is, Bbnaija is out of the game. Her vote would definitely count for me to, win this thing. So I can't continue being a douchebag. I can't continue picking offense or taking the piss whilst there's somebody out there that could likely support me. And so that evening, that Sunday evening, the housemates had been in the kitchen. They were just talking about the event of the live eviction show. And Adekunle had now talked about, oh my God, you guys, I just realized that this entire season, I've been sleeping. I've never slept alone. I've been sleeping with Bbnaija. Oh my God, I don't even know how I'll be able to deal with that now. Oh my God, it's going to be difficult. So when he made that statement, when he made that statement, guys, hey, I was looking at this guy like this and I'm like, but bro, on 3 different occasions this season, you've slept alone. Haven't you? No, not even 3 different occasions, guys. I think even 4 different occasions. I think even 5. Yes, and these were times when he's had issues with Bbnaija. Now, I know that that is not really a lot of times, but referencing the most recent issue that they had before our eviction, the Friday night dinner that they had that was a disaster. Friday night, they didn't sleep together in the same bed. Saturday night, they didn't sleep together in the same bed. And they didn't even spend time in each other's company. So when Adekunle had made that statement on Sunday, guys, me, I was just laughing. I said, okay, oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. I was thinking about all of that, when he was reading his message to Bbnaija, and then he had signed it up with he could not wait to meet her outside the house, so that both of them to have conversations. And me, I was just over here. I was just like, I said, okay, we shall see how the thing goes, Abby. Because even speaking of the same Bbnaija, in her interview with Ebuka, Ebuka had asked her, of course, if there was a chance of she and Adekunle being together outside the house. And her response had come with a bit of hesitation. She had gone like, that she would have to wait for him to come out of the house and they would have to talk about 1 or 2 things. You know how Bbnaija gets to sound quite monotonous, when she wants to give a response that is not necessarily genuine. So I just heard that and I'm like, Lobaton, you don't finish. Anyways, I really liked Adekunle's messages to his friend and to Bbnaija. It was really nice. Now, moving on to CEECEE. Now, CEECEE's letter was very controversial. As a matter of fact, it was the most controversial message of the night. And that is because the person she had addressed the message to was not the person everybody was expecting. Yes, I mean, guys, that was quite unexpected. Okay, so the first message was to someone anonymous. I don't know who that person is. And then the second message was to Kidwire. Weird, right? Sounds really weird. Because, guys, if you think about it, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, before I even say anything else, let me even put this question to all of you. If you were to name CEECEE's best friend from this entire season, who would it be? For me, I would easily name a.k.a. without even batting an eyelid. I would easily name a.k.a. because these 2 people had a bond. They were inseparable. They were so close. So close. Guys, I mean, if every single word that she wrote in that letter completely referred to a.k.a., she was celebrating a.k.a.'s villainous. She was celebrating his meanness. She was celebrating the fact that all the names that people called him, he owned it with his full chest. It was his audacity for her. Every single, in fact, guys, I bet you that CEECEE had a.k.a.'s name there. But then at the last minute, she literally probably just decided to change it to Kidwire. Because, jig, like there was no connection between the wordings of that letter with the name that she called at the end of it all. And then later on, she now said, oh, I hope to stay in that hotel that you said you're going to book, and something about, oh, I hope I get the island that you promised all the girls in the house. And I'm like, that is so weird. That That is so off. Guys, what do you think about that? Because that took me unawares. And I can imagine how offended Ike would have been last night. Because guys, I was offended on his behalf. This is the same CEECEE that cried after Ike got evicted. This is the same CEECEE that kept on saying nice things about Ike after Ike got evicted. I said, did I say offended before? Evicted, sorry about that. So the fact that she did not even acknowledge her friendship, her relationship with Ike, guys, was quite offensive to me. And I started thinking that could this be a strategy? All these housemates, you know, could it be a strategy? Like, I don't understand, guys. What are your thoughts? Anyways, moving on to Mercy. Now, Mercy's message to her friend was equally controversial. Yes, almost as controversial as CEECEE's message to Kidwire. Now, our first message was to her mom, which was really beautiful and very, very reassuring. Yes, I really wished that her mom was watching last night. I hope she did hear everything that Mercy said. But then she had written a second message to WHITEMONEY. Now, she portrayed WHITEMONEY as her best friend, as her good friend, as everything. And then she now made a statement about, oh, I know that we both promised each other that we are going to walk out that door together. We're going to switch off the lights together and walk onto the stage together as the finalists. And guys, well, it felt like I was having a brain freeze as I was listening to Mercy, you know, say all those words. I was quite confused. And I was, in a way, guys, I found it unbelievable because first of all, I was expecting her to write to fraud. Number one, because you and I know that if you put WHITEMONEY and fraud together, Mercy will first of all pick fraud before WHITEMONEY. Yes. Second of all, that line about, oh, both of them promised each other that they were going to walk out to the stage as finalists together, that was just a blatant lie. Because the person that Mercy had actually had that conversation with and actually had that promise with was fraud. That was when she was the head of house and both of them were upstairs in the mezzanine floor. Yes, they had had that conversation together and both of them had actually prayed that, oh, together they would switch off the lights with Ebuka and then they will walk onto the stage together. So when she was, you know, when she read all of that from her message, I'm like, chai! The strategy in that message. Now, wow. Now, wow. And you see, there's something Mercy has been doing this entire week. Now, for those of us that have been following the show back to back this week, you would have noticed that there's this closeness, this bond that's been brewing between Mercy and Pere. And she really likes the guy. There's this magnetic chemistry between both of them. If there were no cameras, I'm very sure that they would have shagged by now. You know, she really likes this guy. And you can tell that, guys, they really want to eat each other up in that house. Yes. But as a defense mechanism against Pere's aura, she would always bring WHITEMONEY's name into their conversations. And Pere understands and he would just play along as well. And both of them would just be catching crews like that. So every time she'll be talking about WHITEMONEY, oh, WHITEMONEY is my friend. If my boyfriend said he doesn't want to be with me anymore, I would definitely go for WHITEMONEY. Guys, every time she does that, Pere would laugh. And she too, she would laugh because they both know that she's just capping. And guys, every time she does that, the first thing that comes to my mind is, this girl, you are just stroking WHITEMONEY's ego so that outside the house, he will be pumping all the votes that were intended for him in the finals to you. Pop and plain. Simple as that. That's exactly what Mercy is doing. So guys, all the messages from all the housemates, well written, well composed, beautifully read. I loved all of it, but I just felt like most of them were capping. Yeah, most of them were capping, especially Mercy and Ceec. They were capping and they lied. But hey, who am I? They probably have their own intentions. I'm here, just a viewer, just an analyzer of the show. I don't know, but what do you all think? Let me know in the comment section below. And to crown up the night, Pere was crowned the housemate with the best message, whilst Adekunle was crowned the best dancer of the night. Both were well-deserved awards, and I really hope that there are gifts to go with that. So guys, that is all. And so that is all for this video, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed this particular Lipton tea party and the task, but I don't know about you, so please go ahead, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Brother Naija. Have an amazing day. Bye.